so that's Sif taken care of. Where do I go next? I guess back to Firelink. Yes. So after I get this crest, I need to head down. But first, I need to grab a couple items. And to do that, I'm going to revisit a merchant that I encountered early on. She has one of the items that I need in order to get through this next section without too much trouble. It's ridiculous how hard these guys melt. At least now, in comparison to like the beginning of the game. So back down this aqueduct and visit this undead merchant. It's a bit of a run, but you know. No, never. But I'm not here for moss. Do you peel moss? I wouldn't know. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab these transient curses. Only 4 of them. That's as many as I can buy. And some charcoal pine resin. Which, gonna be needing. I'll take those humanities too. Or just the one. And a purging stone for safety. More bones. So I love me my warps. In fact, I'm gonna use one here. It's faster than running back. And here's where I forgot that I didn't touch the Firelink bonfire. Smart, right? I gotta warp back. Anyway. Touch the bonfire this time. I think I level? Or just fix my gear? Yeah. Go back to Frant. Maybe I have a couple more items to offload. Yeah, I think I have these souls. Not the boss souls. These souls. Not feeding the boss souls. Not a lot of souls, but it's something. Anyway. Hey, Laurentius.
Yeah, I made it out safely too. I have my pyromancy at a great swamp, so I can usually manage with a bit of care. Oh yeah, by the way, I can share my spells with you. I think you have a knack for it. All you need are the materials. I'll be pleased to help you out. Unless you find the magics unsafe. Yeah, wonderful. I'm sure that they'll be of some use, some assistance. Here, first take this. A flame from the great swamp. Now you're a fully fledged pyromancer. Why, let's get started right now.
So you can buy some pyromancy from him. Got fire orb, fireball, combustion. Yeah, this is just a fireball. It's a bigger fireball. Combustion, which is a close range attack. You have Iron Flesh. Use of this pyromancy requires caution, as the caster becomes exceedingly heavy and unable to move freely. It's defense at the cost of movement. Pyromancy of Carmina. Yeah, Flash Sweat reduces fire damage. So good for fighting fire enemies or traversing fiery areas. I'm gonna upgrade the Pyromancy Flame a bit. Get that damage up. The good thing about the Pyromancy Flame is that it has no weight. So you can just slap it in your offhand and just leave it there without any repercussion. I mean, aside from the fact that you have a slot taken up. But hey, another reason why Pyromancy is cool. Yep, 0 weight. And Pyromancy, I believe, scales with Dex. So another Dex winner. And actually, the casting time also is reduced with more Dex. The animations speed up a little bit. At least that's what it did in my experience. Maybe I was just seeing things. But I can swear that I saw Great Combustion, like, come out way faster. with 40 dex. Yeah, I know leveling dex with a casual, right? I like dex. I mean, power weapons are fun, strength weapons are fun, but I like my sword and board, so you know, it's dex for me. Although I will not deny the satisfaction of swinging around a Zweihander and just crushing everything. Knock out these hollows just for fun. They don't give any souls, but that guy's just chilling. Oh yeah, and here's the other smith.
Well, this is unusual. You haven't lost your head. And more importantly, you're free. How on earth? Well, I shouldn't pry. I'm Ricky of Vinheim. I was once an established smith. Look at me now. Can you believe it? What is it? Have you? Oh no. Don't worry. I've no intention of escape. It's safe here. I can't bear the thought of going hollow out there. Although, I must admit, I've not much to occupy myself. How about this? I could forge your weapons, albeit with rather minimal tools.
So, he handles magic and crystal weapons. I don't have much to give him right now, but he is a smith. So he just chills out here. You can meet him first, before even Andre, actually. If you, decide to traverse down. It's a good thing about Dark Souls. It's got a bunch of relative freedom. Alright, so. Gonna head on this way. Knock out some more hollows while I'm at it. I mean, they're not doing anything, but it's also free souls. Even if it's like, what? 20? 21? 24. Kinda have some stuff in the way so I don't see the soul counter. Good whiff. There's an S stock here. It's another stabby sword. Let's take a look at that. The largest of the thrusting swords can pierce an armored knight in one thrust. The blade is also sharp, allowing slicing as well. And, yeah, it's a stabby sword. You can also swing with it. Two-handed stab. Two-handed thrust. Also, Rickard's Rapier here. That's the one I picked up in Sign's Fortress. Has a special strong attack where you can do multi-stabs. Great for, fencing play, if you're into that. And then here's the Iaito. It's a katana. Got your swings, got your draw, two-handed swings, and then the strong attack is another lunge draw. You just take a couple steps forward and swing. The only downside to the katana weapons is that their durability suck. So this one has a durability of 80, compared to like the Silver Knight Straight Sword, which has a durability of 300. Yeah. And I think I actually check the durability of a longsword here, like just a standard longsword, 200. So, make of that what you will with the katana weapons. They cause bleeding, which is another upside to them, but they're very fragile. A couple transient curses. Very nice for this next section. I'm gonna go ahead and take this slow, because that water is death. Chosen undead cannot swim. And, it'd be kind of hard to with armor on, too. Gravity. It's a cruel mistress. So here's some ghosts. Normally you can't hit them, but with transient curses and regular curse, actually, you can. But given that curse takes away half your health and the ability to go human, transient curses are the way to go. Alternatively, you can get a cursed weapon. And, yeah, those aren't too common. There's like maybe 2 that I can think of off the top of my head. One of them being a boss soul weapon. So we're just gonna smack some ghosts around. They are intangible, at least with surfaces. Your sword disagrees, however. So you can shove them into walls. Gotta be careful with that. A lot of them here. Smash some pots. Been conditioned by Zelda. Yes, I know there's an item there. Transient curse. Just making sure that there's no more ghosts in the walls. Spiral staircase. Lordran loves its spiral staircases. I think I'm checking for items here. Another ghost. Oh, there's another ghost over there. And these ghosts, they scream. I think they summon extra ghosts if they get that off. But I think I was quick enough there. Those ghosts are denoted by red eyes. So you see them, take them out ASAP. There's an item here and a ghost in the wall. You can see him sticking out there. Parrying dagger. Get to that in just a second. Just smack the wall a couple times, kills the ghost. You know, whatever works. So the parrying dagger. Interesting weapon. It's obviously a dagger, but in an offhand, it affects your parry frames. This dagger is useful after parrying and is normally equipped in the left hand. A favorite of the Knights of Karim, who are famous for fighting without a shield. Wow. So yeah, you can do regular attacks with it, but the big thing is strong attacking or parrying. You have a bit of an extended parry window. You do that little twirl with the dagger there. So if you like swashbuckling or just not running a shield, you want to look cool with your parrying dagger, go for it. I personally don't use it. I'm too used to having a shield and the frames associated with that. But parrying dagger can be fun if you put the work in. It's a nice thing about Souls. Another nice thing about Souls, I should say, is that you can make some weird builds viable if you put the time in. I mean, not every weapon is going to perform spectacularly. There are weapons that are just straight up better than others, but, you know, if you want variety, you've got options. So I think I'm checking for an item here, but as I find out, there is not, in fact, an item here. There are ghosts, though. A little bit of that Sunny D. I'm hugging the walls real tight here because it's super easy to fall off. It's the #1 killer in Souls. Just precarious walkways. It's the thing that kills me the most in these games anyway. Fall damage and just falling into pits. Which I think I've made apparent. But there'll be more of that. Plenty more of that. So this staircase isn't accessible from here. Just gonna walk back and check one more side. Trying to hug the wall real tight here. One misstep and it's down, down, down. And there's no bonfire here. So dying in New Londo means having to run from wherever you last rested at. Closest would be Firelink. And that's still a bit of a trek. Yeah, not my most favorite area. I mean, it's navigable, but it is a pain. So. Alright, so down these stairs and around the bend. There's another item there. I'm checking these stairs. They are, in fact, broken. So, not going that way. Another accidental jump. Ghosts in the walls. And I believe my curse ran out here. Which is why I was like, oh crap. Yeah. Had to repop curse. It's only a temporary buff. Transient, after all. There's another one of these screechy ghosts. Getting tagged in the back here. Thought that ghost had grabbed me. I guess not. And a jagged ghost blade. Interesting weapon. I haven't really seen it drop often. In fact, I was amazed at this dropping at all. Jagged blade wielded by New Londo ghosts. Violent thrust attack. One of the cursed weapons. Inflicts damage to ghosts. So this is one of the weapons that just naturally does damage to ghosts. So it's got a curved sword swing, and its strong attack is a stab. You go all psycho on enemies. It's kind of cool, kind of neat, but not something I would use. Back to the straight sword. Some more investigation. Head down this hallway. There is a ghost there on the wall. He's out. And a couple, or just one pops behind me. They just walk through walls. I mean, they're ghosts. They don't even walk, they float. Soul of a Proud Knight. And another ghost there. Just gonna ignore him. Move on. I think there's anything else in here. Oh, well, there's more ghosts. Ghostbusters eat your heart out. Up another ladder. And I think there's an NPC coming up. Yeah. It's this man in red. He's just chilling.
Well, this is a surprise. I get few visitors, save for ghosts. You have the Lord Vessel. Very impressive. I know exactly what your intentions are. You seek the four kings whom I guard over. This is the key to the seal. The four kings slumber in the deepest chamber of the ruins. Use this key to break the seal and open the floodgates. Oh, and do not forget, the dark wraiths reside in a dark void called the Abyss. But the Abyss is no place for ordinary mortals. Although, long ago, the knight Artorias traversed the Abyss. If you can find him and learn from him, the Abyss may prove surmountable. Hello there. What is it? The key to the seal is now in your hands. I will help you in any way possible.
So, he breaks curses. He also sells transient curse and resist curse sorcery. No, he's an anti-curse guy. He also,
sacrificed to contain the dark wraiths. Mark my words. The dark wraiths are the enemies of man and any living thing that has a soul. They were never meant to roam again.
As I was saying, he gives you the hint there to find Artorias, or at least his grave, once you actually encounter it. And, ooh, the game locked up here. And just points you in that direction, because you cannot fight this boss without the Covenant of Artorias. As he says, the Abyss is not normally traversable. So, you know, hints, hints, hints. But luckily, I already took care of that, so I can just proceed forward. And he gave me a key to the seal, which I will use in just a moment, once I finish surveying the area, grabbing more goodies. Large soul, the nameless soldier. And a green titanite shard. If you're hearing, like, clicks and stuff, by the way, I have to apologize. Mic's a little on the sensitive side, and I tried to noise gate it as much as possible, but it picks up a lot of background noise, and I have to actually re-record a lot of these sections because I have a lot of noise outside, usually just, you know, cars driving by and blasting music and stuff. I'm trying my best here. So, please bear with me if you've made it this far, or if you've just stumbled across this video by any chance. Anyway, there's another item here on the church, much like the one up in Firelink. Is that a church? A chapel? It's a building. Another rare ring of sacrifice. Not something I'd use. Even though I should. I mean, they're meant to be used. I think that's a death drop. Yeah. Nothing to see here. And I'm just looking for a safe place to drop back down, which is here, where this dead guy is. Moving on. Contraption does not move, but this is the key to the seal. And there is a contraption here, which I'm gonna push. Which does this. So the literal floodgates are opened, and a lot of the water that was seen before has been drained. I'm just checking for another item here. I think now that the elevator is not submerged, it is accessible. There's a bow here, but I have my Ferris bow, so you know. Still, items are items. Yeah, so pull the lever and wait for the elevator to come up. And this elevator doesn't get a lot of use, but it's nice. So this will take us to the surface of New Londo, which was submerged, innocent people and all, as you can see by this nice mass of bodies here. What a wonderful place, isn't it? It was submerged to keep the dark wraiths out of everywhere else, or at least kill them. That's a dark wraith, by the way. It's a cool skeleton looking dude. Yeah, New Londo's a happy, happy place. Full of happy, happy things. Just another slice of paradise.